Alright, and welcome back to King's Quest 7. Yeah, I mean, you come this far, you're not going to stop watching now. I gotcha. This is Chapter 6. Ready, set, boom! It's a very exciting title. When last we left off, Valnice still trying to find Rosella in the volcano, and she managed to find the leaders of Etheria, who are apparently searching for a missing child of their own, and they are so engrossed in this search that they didn't even notice the volcano was about to explode. All very interesting. And when last we left off with Rosella, the troll and the fake troll were fighting one another in the volcanic's underground, or inside the volcano, rather, I should say. So, let us resume. They've been wrestling on the floor this whole time. Let's get going.
Rosella, change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance.
Rosella, get him!
First of all,
No, get him.
you can fuck yourself really bad if you don't do that. And a rare example in this game, you need to take this device and you need to plug it into a socket in the wall over here. Or at least I thought you did. Hey kid, this is why you don't listen to me. Alright, let's just use our one then.
Rosella, no, don't, no, stop, don't. Oh, in the name of Grigor Samson, no. Oh, no, don't do it. Oh, no.
I think we done goofed. Hello, oh.
Oops.
That's the best death message yet.
Rosella, get him!
No, get him.
Okay, we can't even move right now. So this puzzle took a little bit to figure out. You actually have to look at the magic wand here, and as you can see here, there's the letter T, which I guess stands for true. And you can push the little button, which changes it to F, which is what you should be pushing in the chat. Anyway, so now that we have it set to F, we can use it on the... we can use it on the fake. We can do the thing. There we go.
Rats.
Excuse me? Excuse me, game? Excuse me?
Rats.
What? What is this complication? Okay. Maybe we have to click it on him when he's over here. There we go.
Edgar?
You, the son of Oberon and Titania, what are you doing here?
I hope you played King's Quest 4.
Rosella, where are we? What's going on?
Ow. Can we talk? Also, I need to plug this thing into the wall, or...
My dear princess, I have something so special in store for you. I hope you enjoy hot weather.
I do not, as a matter of fact. But, I need to plug this into the wall. Hopefully it's got, like, a fast charger or something. Okay, well, for y'all at home that aren't familiar with the story, Edgar is actually a character from King's Quest 4. And there, he was also, I think he was either the son of Lalote or imprisoned by Lalote, who was yet another evil witch character. And long story short, he helps you escape, but also asked you to marry him, because in a kind of a creepy way. And Rosella said no. And now he's back, apparently. So that's such a brief summary on King's Quest 4. That's lava and it's bad. We need to get out of here somehow. Oh. So you can also use the shovel for this, but it's way funnier to just use your hands to claw through solid rock. So we're gonna do that. Now remember, she wasn't strong enough to pry open the door that led down here, but she can claw through solid rock with her bare hands. Sorry, I can't help ye. Me rat's retired. There's a giant hole that leads back into the underground, and if you stay here long enough, you'll fucking die. I don't know why I'm doing that voice. Moving along. So as I believe I mentioned in the video before last, if you didn't have the flower, which you need to progress with the game, it would be right here. And I hope you remember what the end sequence to this thing was from chapter 4, because I don't. Okay, maybe this way, and this. Ah, first try. First try. I didn't play this chapter beforehand either. I'm just that excellent. Alright, first, we need to plug this into the fast charger over here. Hopefully we haven't fucked ourselves. So, do you recall, all the way back in chapter 2, where this trolless was talking about how she needed to wake up with the horrid stench of flour, because trolls don't like flowers, because it's opposite day in troll land, okay? And sulfur puts them right to sleep. Well, we happen to have a flower to wake up the thankfully not deceased King Otar over here. As you can see, he's a bit of a heavy sleeper, but we have a flower that can wake him right up because, you know, trolls and, you know, you get how it be. Alright, and he goes and pushes some doodads and some buttons, and he looks like me at work. No meltdown today, kids. Oh!
My daughter. Oh, I thought I'd never see you again.
Mama, I'm so sorry. I saw the castle and I jumped in to see, and the Troll King, Edgar, well, he just...
Edgar?
Do you remember King's Quest IV?
No, you'll not touch her.
Out of my way, whelp! I enslaved your little mind once. Don't think I'll be so kind this time.
She's a bad guy, by the way.
Never again, Militia.
Oh, well, that was easy. Okay, Edgar was the one that... Edgar shot first. I don't remember that.
Edgar!
Ah!
Okay, just give me a minute. I gotta unplug my device from the wall over here, but it's okay, because she just used her thing, so she's gotta recharge. It's alright. Now she's a babby. It doesn't actually get rid of any living threat to Etheria. It just turns it into a baby because that's how this works. I don't make up the rules. I just report on them. I don't know what's going on anymore. Can we plug this back in? We cannot. So we got this extra life over here from the cat, and we can make use of that to save Edgar from an untimely death.
I thought we'd never see you again.
So many reunions.
Validez,
Oh my god, these
I cannot
faces.
thank you enough. You have not only saved our world, you have given us back our greatest treasure.
This game was never
our
meant for
son.
high resolution.
Your son, Edgar? You know our son?
Well, you see, I was stolen as a baby by an evil fairy named Lolotte. She twisted my body and tried to twist my mind, but somehow I knew I was not her son. Then Rosella appeared. I knew she was special. She released me from my slavery to Lolotte, and I went home to Etheria.
We were so happy. The whole kingdom was overjoyed. We held a ball in our son's honor.
The whole baby being stolen and raised by an evil
Our
wizard
boy
isn't
vanished
even
from the
the...
gardens on the night of the party. We were crushed. We set off to search for him immediately. Now I know it was all part of Melicia's evil plot.
It's not even the first time that's happened in this series.
Something went terribly wrong with you, my sister. Let us start over again, shall we?
Well, that's nice.
Rosella, it was I who lured you into this world. I kidnapped you. I know you can never forgive me, but please, let me assure you that I was not in my right mind. I would never have done that had I known.
Yes, you would have.
Edgar, would you show me the sights of Etheria? After all, it's what I came for.
Get the mouse out of the screen. There you go. Well, that brings us
So beautiful.
to our fairy tale ending.
Rosella, you've been in my heart since the day I first saw you. Rosella, may I have the honor of courting you?
No.
Yes, you may.
Now, to be fair, he does look a lot better now than he did in King's Quest 4. And they fly off into the sunset. Story by. Well, don't even let me read this shit. Fuck it. Fuck you then. No, I'm not even gonna do my normal credit spiel. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Don't make me watch this. I'm already gonna sit through it another time in like 5 minutes. Oh, the cursor changed. It's the wand for some reason. I'm legit not gonna listen to this a second time.
That's what they all say.
It's time to crash the game. How do I want to do this anyway? Because we gotta do the whole... Oh no, this was way too happy. We had too much of a bow on things. We gotta do things terribly. Okay, tell you what. I'm gonna have to do some video editing. Okay, was there some guy named Neil Grandstaff? How do I get that name? Alright. Moving on. Give me a moment, and I will be... Alright, and welcome back to King's Quest 7. We're gonna start a new game all the way back at Chapter 1. We're doing this all over again. We're not. We're just gonna name this 7, and we're gonna skip the 6, because I can't count. So... That was all well and good, you know.
Rosella! No!
Yeah. Do the thing. We flip the staff over. Gotta get my button here. It's very hard to find on this little staff here. And we did it right in like 2 seconds this time. Most excellent.
Rats.
No! No, we did it right the first time. No rats. Alright, we gotta wait for this guy to get back into position. Son of a bitch. Okay, could someone please explain to me what I'm doing wrong here? I don't remember this being this difficult. Son of a bitch! Don't make this difficult for me. I just want to show off the alternate ending.
Rats.
Is this set to F? No. What the fuck? Hold on, did I not do it correctly last time? Am I an idiot? Don't answer that. Alright.
Ed,
Yeah, we know. We are going to show the alternate ending, and it's gonna suck. Alright, now we're back here. We gotta sit through this other cutscene, I think.
oh!
This would be an excellent time to learn how to fast forward videos. Maybe I'll just skip to the end. Okay, yeah, they do the thing with the spider web and the lava, because this is how physics work. Don't question things. Alright, shovel. Digging a hole through a volcano. I could dig the hole for ye, but I'm not going to. Edgar be the best grave digger in the world, I tell you what. Now, I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but if you don't have the flour in your inventory, I know, hold on. Wait a minute, you're not gonna believe this. There's the flour. It's right here. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, because I haven't mentioned it before. Not at all. And she can't do it. We gotta use the all-purpose shovel. We gotta make this into a puzzle somehow. Okay. We dislodge the rock. That is the most precarious shit I've ever seen. We take the flour. That was a great animation. And now we gotta reopen the door. Let me adjust yonder speed here. And we go over here. And we go over here. And we're back in. Hopefully, maybe, possibly someday. Alright. We got a stinky flower here. I hope you like flowers. Oh shit! I forgot the... Oh dear, that's not good. In my haste, I forgot to plug in my thing. Please, God, give me control. Oh, well, hopefully we'll see how fast this thing works. Hopefully this doesn't send me back too far with its save game. Oh, oh, family reunions are great. I'm Edgar. You won't take her from me. And
No.
let's see. Does he shoot first this time? Okay, I guess he thinks like she's getting ready to shoot, and then like he does it first. It's like a preemptive strike, and then he's like, "I'm gonna turn my back to you because I'm a dumbass." Not Edgar. Okay, hold on. I gotta plug this in. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I gotta plug this in. I really need. I have your sock. Would you like my sock? I got a shovel. This is a perfect time for a shovel. Okay?
Drat it.
If only I wasn't an idiot. Okay. God damn it. God damn it. I deserve it, but still. Alright. Flower. Flower the troll. Okay, and he fingers the button and does the thing, and oh my god, somehow the spider web isn't holding the lava. Who could have guessed? Molten cheese flooded all over Etheria. La la da 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 da. So this video is already going to be like super short by my standards, so I'm just going to leave all these mistakes in, and you know what, you've already got to the end of the game by this point anyway, so I mean, if all you cared about was the ending of the game, you can see it, and now you get to watch all this wonderful action-packed, high-octane scene once again. All very compelling business. Yes, Ed. Tragedy that we lost Ed. Alright, I got the device, and we use the device, and goodbye. How horrible. She gets to do it all over again. Not that I would ever wish for that opportunity. Alright. And that brings us back to the end of our adventure. But this time, I'm not going to do anything useful, and I'm just going to sit here like a dumbass. Would Edgar like a flower? I got a flower. Oh, I guess he's not a troll anymore, so it doesn't work. I'll put Melicia's sock on your wiener. I'll hit you with a shovel. Oh. Now it's in minor key. Not Nedbert.
We thank you for saving our world, my lady.
My son? Edgar? Was your son?
Yes. He was first taken from us as a babe by an evil fairy named Lolotte. It was your valiant daughter who freed him, and we were a family once more. Then he vanished again at his own homecoming celebration. I know now it was all part of Melicia's
most unfortunate.
evil plot.
You monster! Monster!
Is it unethical to kick a baby if that baby is evil?
No, my love, no. Whatever Melicia was, she is no more. Can't you see this is only an innocent babe?
But she still has the hat of evil.
Something went terribly wrong with you, my sister. Let us start over again.
That is going to be a fucked up childhood.
Lady Melanice, Lady Rosella, we will take you home.
You want a nice long cutscene for the ending of the game? Fuck you. So this is King's Quest: The Dark Fantasy, or as I like to call it, King's Quest 8. Well, that's the end of another adventure, and I'm gonna do the proper credit spiel this time around. I don't hate this game, despite, you know, me basically, you know, complaining about it the entire time I was playing it. I do think it's probably the worst King's Quest game that's not King's Quest 8. I don't know. Coming off the heels of King's Quest 6, it's just... King's Quest 6 was such a masterpiece of adventure game design, and while I'm not going to say the story of King's Quest 6 was like some kind of great literature, it was really good, especially for the time, and it really accomplished the fairy tale kind of feel that the King's Quest always had. This game doesn't feel like a fairy tale. This game feels like a Disney movie, and not a very good Disney movie. I don't know. I played this game when I was like a 5 or 6 year old kid, and you know, I guess the puzzle design was good for a young child. They were pretty simple puzzles, and you only have the one cursor to work with, but I just feel like this game was such a step back from King's Quest 6 or Gabriel Knight, Sons of the Fathers, or, man, you just fucking close my shit. Why don't you do that? That's great. Thank you. I guess I don't really need to be recording video anymore anyway. So, I don't know. I just... it's not a bad game. I really feel like it was really emblematic of a lot of the design that was going on at Sierra at that time anyway. By the time King's Quest 7 came out, And admittedly, it was the first PC game I ever played, and the first Sierra game I ever played. It just is not as good as the early 90s, late 80s work that they came out with. The writing is just not as good. Admittedly, the best writing Sierra ever had was in King's Quest VI and Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers, in my personal opinion, and no coincidence, both of those games were written by Jane Jensen. Jane Jensen is probably the best writer that Sierra had. I don't really know how much of this was written by Lorelei Shannon as opposed to Roberta Williams. It does kind of have a Roberta Williams feel to it, and I admit I have not seen a lot of Lorelei Shannon's work. The only other game that I know that Lorelei Shannon wrote was Phantasmagoria 2, which I will admit was a game that I was pretty negative on when I first played it, but I've since kind of come around to like that game a lot more, because Phantasmagoria 2 kind of has more mature themes that, especially for the time it came out, I didn't really appreciate them at the time, but I do a lot more now, especially for a game that came out in 1995 or 96. But here I am talking about Gabriel Knight and talking about King's Quest VI, and we're supposed to be talking about King's Quest VII. And I guess I just don't really have a lot to say about King's Quest VII overall. It's not as memorable as 5 to me. It's not as good and well written as 6. It doesn't have, I don't know, King's Quest 5 or 4 was pretty good. Also not one of my favorites, but not bad. It had a couple of neat features into it, like a day-night cycle. It had, what for the time was very spiffy VGA graphics, and pretty good use of the Roland MT32. Very good music in that game. King's Quest 3 had like a very interesting and unique concept of you being under the thumb of this evil wizard Manannan. And while a very challenging game, it at least has a novel premise. This game has the premise of 2 different characters, which I guess is different, but in no way is that ever made use of. Like, you don't at any point have to switch back and forth between the characters to solve puzzles, or really have them interact with one another in any way. It really just leads to like 2 kind of disjointed adventures, I guess. I don't know. I really can't think of, like, I don't know, there's just nothing about this game that really feels that interesting or great to me. Like, none of the puzzles really stick out in my mind as being like, that's a good puzzle. The backgrounds are really good. The music is really good in this game. The animations, of course. I mean, easy to shit on the animations. Like I said at the very first video, the animations in this game were actually done by a third-party studio, and they were working under a very tight deadline. Ken Williams has said they got the majority of their sales in the November to December window, so they were very much trying to rush to get the game out by Christmas. And I don't know, it just doesn't... I don't know, there's just nothing about this game that really clicks for me. And as I've said, this was the first PC game I ever played. This was the first Sierra game I ever played, or the first adventure game I ever played. And for this game to be overshadowed in terms of nostalgia for games that I actually played later, I think says a lot, because nostalgia does a lot. And a lot of the games I've played on my channel I have pretty strong feelings about. Maybe not because they're objectively the best game ever. Like, you could say there's a lot of flaws with King's Quest V. And there are. And there's flaws with Secret of Evermore. There's flaws with Kagero. There's flaws with most of the games I've played. But most of those games I still look back kind of fondly on. And this is not a game I ever really replay. I don't know. There's just something about this game that doesn't click for me. And it should, but it really doesn't. And I really wish I had more to say about this game. I have more to say about Phantasmagoria than I do this game. And, you know, Phantasmagoria was one of the first adult games I ever played. It was one of the first mature games I ever played. Is it very good? Not really, but I still replay it more than this game. And this game and Phantasmagoria had a lot of similar design ethos going into it. The dumb cursor, or the smart cursor actually, the opposite of dumb. One cursor. You don't need to look at things or use your hand on things or walk. One cursor does all of it. And because of that, number one, it limits the puzzle design, because you already have to kind of reduce everything down to one cursor, one action. And it also got rid of a lot of the flavor. I mean, I talk a lot about King's Quest VI because King's Quest VI is such a fantastic game, but King's Quest VI had like some amazing flavor text. And to this day, I still like to just listen to Bill Ratner. And that's another thing, the voice acting also took sort of a step back. Bill Ratner was a fantastic narrator, and they had so much flavor text in King's Quest VI, and dialogue for almost every stupid thing you wanted to try. To this day, I still find new stupid shit you can try to do in King's Quest VI that somebody actually thought of and wrote dialogue for. If you watch the stuff on my channel for a long time, you remember there's a message if you take the flute to the realm of the dead and try to play the flute for death. Is there any reason to do that? No, it doesn't solve the puzzle, but it's there. Someone thought about, hey, what if the player tries to do this? We should have a unique response for that. I love that kind of stuff in video games, in adventure games. Because clicking an item on something and getting the X like you get in this game, or even in King's Quest V, is that exciting? Is that fun? No, you don't even get rewarded for trying stuff. And I don't know. This game, as I said, has some really good backgrounds. It has some interesting sights to see, and there's no narration for it. There's no descriptions. I think if you had like King's Quest VI descriptions, especially in like the desert or Etheria or even Ooga Booga, and you had Bill Ratner describing these things with the flavor that he brings to the game, it would do a lot to make this game really stand out a bit more. But I don't know. Again, it's hard not to compare this game to the games that came before it, and I think a lot of Sierra's latter-day games really suffered from that. I've always been a Quest for Glory fan, and if you look at how Space Quest or King's Quest or Gabriel Knight, how they ended near the end of Sierra's lifespan, I think how Quest for Glory got treated is honestly really good. That series was the only one I can think of that really just had a solid ending. I'm not saying Quest for Glory 5 is a perfect game, but it turned out a lot better than a lot of their other later day efforts. I don't know. I guess at that point in Sierra's time, they really didn't know what to do with the market, because this is the mid-90s, the market's kind of moving away from adventure games a bit, and I don't know. That's all I really have to say about King's Quest VII. I kind of wanted to put it on the channel for completion's sake. I've put 5 and 6 on the channel. I don't know that I will do the earlier King's Quest games. Those games are text parser games. First of all, you don't want to hear me clacking away at my keyboard, right? I just did something on my computer doing that. You don't want to hear me clacking away at my keyboard typing shit in. And I just don't really like playing those games that much. There are some very nice remakes of the early King's Quest games by ADG. They're free if you want to play them. I suggest you check them out. They're really good. Some top-notch stuff that I really don't want to shit on King's Quest VII too much, because I understand there's people out there who really like this game. And they're not wrong for that. I like a lot of games that I would objectively say are not very good. But I think even those ADG remakes made by fans for free are still better than King's Quest VII. So, I don't know. I hope it was enjoyable and maybe you got a chuckle out of it, or maybe you learned something while we were playing this game. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the future when I decide to make some more videos about some other stupid crap. And, I guess that's about all I have to say about that. Y'all have a good day now. Take care.